Hi everyone, it's Myra here, and I'm going live because I'm leaving to see a castle. So yeah, I just want to look a little bit more put together, and I'm starting off my makeup with a Catrice Sensational Primer, which looks quite good on the skin. It helps to illuminate, but at the same time it is kind of blurring as well, a little bit at least. And it does help with the wear time of my makeup. So basically using it all over my face. And yeah, I'm using my hands with this primer. And you can see the glow right here. It is a little bit tinted, so if you do not have any dramatic issues with your skin, so you can use just this primer and that's it. It is a little bit similar to the Charlotte Tilbury filter, flawless filter, but this one is also kind of blurring as well. I just wanted to show you guys real time how I do I just wanted to show you guys real time how I do my makeup. And now I'm using my Fenty Beauty Soft Lit Foundation. I have been using it quite a lot, but unfortunately it is a bit drying for me. So what I do is I mix it with the Glow Recipe Dew Drops, and that way it works much better on my skin. And yeah, you have to mix it, and you have to mix it a lot. So this is exactly what I do. I just do one pump. Okay, that wasn't one pump. And maybe half a pump of the Glow Recipe Dew Drops. It depends on the state of my skin on the day, because sometimes I do more than half a pump, sometimes I do less, depending if my skin feels dry or not. And again, I'm just using my hands to apply it, and then I will use a sponge to blend it out a little bit more. Just like that. At this stage, I'm not too precise with the application because anyway, I will be using the sponge. So then I just take my sponge and kind of dab it all over. The sponge hello. The sponge soaks in the product, so I don't have too much on my face. And as you can see, using that primer and the dew drops is making this foundation very dewy. I will set it a little bit, but not too much. Okay, that is it for my foundation for now. I think it looks quite okay. It looks even and quite a healthy glow. Hi, hi, hi. So for my concealer, I'm using the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer, and I don't like putting it under my eyes straight away. I like putting it on my hand. And then I just take my sponge and with a pointy tip, kind of take a little bit of the concealer and dab it under my eyes. Hi, Marilyn. I unfortunately do have horrible under eye circles and dark circles, and I used to have it since I don't know, since I was 15, because the skin under my eyes is very thin, and basically therefore you can see through the veins. Hi, thank you, thank you. Alright, and before setting my base, I will be using the Rare Beauty contour in the shade Gentle. And when I'm in a rush, I use it basically as 3-in-1 bronzer, contour, and blush. Do you have fat oil by any chance? Do you mean the NYX fat oil? Yeah, lip gloss, fat oil from NYX. Yeah, I used to have that one. I used it up. It is very oily. The consistency is quite oily, but I wouldn't say it's very hydrating. I actually prefer the Rem Beauty Glossy Balm, it's called. That one is really good. It does look very, very glossy. It gives you like this pouty look, and it's also very hydrating on the lips. And sometimes I use it as a lip mask, overnight lip mask. And actually now on my lips I already have this one, the Lifter Glaze from Maybelline in the shade 07 Berry Haze. And it is not very hydrating as well, because for some reason after, you know, watching the reviews, I was thinking that it will be very hydrating and very glossy, and unfortunately I will show you how it looks on my hand, but unfortunately even this one is not too glossy, and you can see it on my lips as well. Well, obviously I don't have filler, so maybe filler lips do look glossy. Now I'm just checking whether my concealer has creased. The Estee Lauder concealer is great in the respect that once you set it, it's not going to move, it's not going to budge. And that's why I use it for like every day, basically, when I'm not going to have time to check whether my concealer looks good or not. I'm always sure with this concealer that it will look good. And for the powder, I'm using the mixture basically of, this is, you know, I did on my own. This is a mixture of Fenty Beauty powder in lavender, Color Pop pink loose powder, and Wet n Wild translucent powder, because none of those actually suit my skin color perfectly, and I already owned all of them, so I decided if I mix them it will work for me, and it did. And I'm using just a puff to set the center of my face, and you can see that this combination is very blurring. It gives you kind of this filtered look. But obviously you don't need to purchase all of the powders in order to get this look. Each one of them is very good separately if you find your shade. The neighbor's dog is barking, oh my god. It's always barking. Alright, and for the rest of my face, I just take a fluffy brush and take just a tiny little bit of the powder and, you know, kind of dust all over, because I don't want this glow to disappear. I just want the face to be just a little tiny bit set, but have, you know, this glow that I have right here. And for the blush, I'm going to use the Sephora Color Illuminator in the shade 03. It is very glowy. The shade is very nice. It's kind of duochromy. Do I have a perfume? You mean on me right now? Do I have a perfume? Not yet. I'm usually spraying my perfume at the end when I'm done with my makeup and my hair. Do you see how much glow it adds to the look? And just a little bit of a blushy base, but a lot of this glow. And if I went overboard with something, I'm just using my powder brush and kind of blending everything in. Okay, for the eyes I will be using my own palette that I have created out of the singles that I own, and it is this one. I do love this palette for every day because I have a huge eyeshadow palette collection, and yeah, I get overwhelmed with it sometimes, and that's why I've created this palette. And when I'm in a rush or I don't know what to use, I'm just grabbing this palette, and I always can create a very nice look with this palette. And it doesn't matter what exactly I want to create. Is it just a subtle everyday look or something very sparkly, because I have all the sparkles right here, as you can see. So yeah, that's my favorite to-go palette basically. And I will be using my ColourPop Party Proof Primer. I'm almost done with this one. It's a great primer, by the way, because the eyeshadow always creases on me. I do have oily lids. And with this primer, nothing creases. Even though it's translucent, it still kind of evens out a little bit the tone of the skin there. You do need to let it be for like 30 seconds. And I'm putting back my piercing to my nose. Oh, okay. I always take it off because, you know, when I'm doing makeup, I don't want my makeup to get on the piercing. Thank you. Yes, I do have Sol de Janeiro. I've got the 61, 62, sorry, 71 and 50 something. I don't remember. The blue one, the pistachio one, and the caramel one. And something else, and I also have a perfume, not the body mist, but the perfume in Chirosa 62 as well. Okay, so today I will be doing basically an everyday look. So I will take this matte shade, it is Lush from Colourpop, and put it into my crease. It's just this nice shade that gives kind of a structure to your eye and nothing else. But it is very fair. I mean, the shade is quite light, and because I am very fair, it works on me. But if you by any chance have a deeper skin tone than me, it's not going to work for you. But in that case, there's this shade called, oh my god, what's it called? I think, yeah, Chick Happens. It's this shade. So if you do have a deeper skin tone, this will work great on you. 62 and 89. Yeah, they do give a very summery vibe, but to me the 71 is a little bit more autumn and winter time because it's a bit maybe too popcorny caramelish. But I just used it maybe yesterday, no, the day before yesterday, because it was a rainy, cold day where I live. So I mixed that one with the Paris Corner Marshmallow Blush. It was a great combination. And now I'm going to take this shade. This is Glass Bowl from Colourpop. And for every day, I love this shade because it gives just a little bit of glow, but you know, it doesn't give too much color to the lid. So it looks quite subtle. Thank you, thank you. I've been practicing a lot. And the matte shade goes on the lower lash line as well. And I will add just a little bit more of the shade Chick Happens, just to deepen up the lower lash line a tiny little bit, just the outer corner. Because I do want to create a little wing, which I do every day. And it looks weird if the lower lash line is too light when I have a wing. So for my wing, I will be using this one, the NYX, oh my god, how do I show it to you? This way. Lift and Snatch Brow Pen. Yeah, I do love it for creating liner. Because it is very, very thin. As you can see, it's so tiny. So you can control it much better than any eyeliner on the market. Okay, that's going to be difficult to create a wing on camera, so just bear with me for a second here. You have that, but you don't use it. You mean what? The 71, the Cheirosa 71, or the Marshmallow Blush? Try mixing the Marshmallow Blush with 62, with Cheirosa 62. You are going to get a nice, very interesting combination of the pistachio and the marshmallow and strawberry. Okay, so we have this nice little wing. Now I'm going to use my Sky High mascara from Maybelline in the shade Brown, because for everyday eye look I don't want the black shade usually. The brown one is still quite deep, but looks just a little bit softer on the eyes. Yeah, I'm sorry, I cannot talk when I'm doing my mascara. I don't know what kind of magic is that, but it just doesn't work. I'm already trying my best not to open my mouth when I'm doing my mascara. Thank you. Yeah, it does. It's actually almost exactly the same shade as my eyes. That's why I like using it for an everyday eye look. And can you see why I like this mascara? I mean, look at this eye. No lashes at all. And this eye, at least you can see that there's something there. I know, right? Yeah, I did. That's why I love this formula so much. And it also doesn't budge and it doesn't transfer, because I do have oily lids, as I said. And especially in the summertime, I mean, in a few hours, every mascara kind of transfers right here. But yeah, this one doesn't. But as you can see, it does take a little bit of time to apply it. But it's totally worth it. I will add just a little bit more, a tiny little second layer, just to basically lock it in. Okay, and the only thing that we have left, I'm not touching my eyebrows. As you can see, I mean, I've got them. And I don't know if it's fortunate or unfortunate, but yeah, I'm not doing anything to my eyebrows. I will be, however, doing something to my lips, and I will be using the Maybelline Lifter Liner in the shade, what's the shade? Oh my god, this is the brown one. 05 on it. And let me just wipe off, sorry, what I have on my lips. And use this lip liner. And yeah, sorry, I use my pinky to stabilize basically my hand so it doesn't move. And I can create a straight line. Just like that, and I do shade in the corners of my lips to get this more pouty look. And for my lipstick, I will be using the Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Pillow Talk. Just basically dabbing it on top. Okay, let me just check everything. I think everything looks fine. I will use my setting spray. Now I'm using the Revolution Makeup, the Hydrate and Fix setting spray. Once it dries just a little bit, I'm using my sponge to press it in and to lock it in basically. Okay, and that is it. That is my final makeup for the day. Oh my god, let me just, yeah, okay, just like that. Thank you so much. Yeah, the lipstick, it doesn't match perfectly, but I do like this shade. Let me just show it to you quickly before I go. On it is this kind of brownish, a little bit warm shade, but the Pillow Talk shade from Charlotte Tilbury is a little bit more peachy, as you can see. But yeah, they do go well together. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, because I will be trying and doing more lives. And yeah, I have at least 3 videos per week about makeup, perfumes, decluttering, collection, reviews, and everything else. So hope to see you on my channel again. Have a good day and see you. Or good night, depending where you are. Bye bye. Bye, Marilyn. Bye. It was nice talking to you.